Okay guys, we're gonna do an opening of the Flashforge AD5X. I bought this for my woodwork shop, or my little garage I should say, and one of the reasons I've bought it is to make some tools, save me a few bob tools wise. Anyway, as to opening the box there, we just took out some instructions, they were on the top. We'll just pull out the whole printer, because it's all basically put together anyway, just a few little bits we've got to add to it. Get rid of the box, get rid of the crap, and then we'll come back to the printer. Now I've watched a couple of videos of these myself, and there's a couple of things that are slightly different on mine to other videos I've seen. I don't know whether this is a slightly updated version, but anyway, as for unpacking, this is a little tool bag with a bit of grease, a couple of tools in there like a screwdriver and some Allen keys. Just put that to one side, and this is the power cord. Put that to one side, and then what we need to do then is take this top filament out. But before we can do that, we need to take off the bracket you're about to see me take off. Now it's not a screwdriver like I thought it was. Must have had the wrong glasses on. It's actually an Allen key, which you'll see me change to in a second. And it's not that screw either, it's these screws. So I think it's the middle Allen key, it's the middle sized one. I don't really know what the other two are for because I haven't actually used them yet. And it is all put together now I'm working, so I don't know what the other two are for, obviously for something else. Anyway, you take this bracket off. Now on other videos I've watched, you take that silver tape off that you can see there, but I didn't on mine. And I just folded it back, and just here there's two little holes that slide into them two brackets there, so you kind of have to angle it and then slide it to the left. A little bit fiddly at first, but you'll get there, you'll feel it slot into place. Okay, now we've got that in place. What we're going to do now is we're going to pull this foam out at the back. Just lifts it out, and once you've got that out the way, you can see the bar that the filament runs on. Just put your fingers down and pull that back, and then the foam at the top will slide back and just pull it out. Now when I'm pulling it out here, I accidentally knocked off the front of the printer head there, as you can see, but that's nothing to worry about, it just slots straight back on. I'll put it back on later on, you can see me doing that. In the meantime, this is what's inside. Down there is the bottom foam section with all the coil runners on it, etc. So what we need to do now is basically just lift that out. Just lifts up a little bit and then slides out the front. There's also a tiny bit of black foam down there at the front of the plate. Just pull that out as well. There you go. Now here we're just going to take stuff out and put it on the carpet. Now these runners that we're taking out now are obviously what the reels of filament go on, and they are all numbered 1 to 4, and on the side of the printer it's got numbers 1 to 4. So when you're putting them on, because I accidentally missed that because the camera ran out of film, put them on 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 4 to 4, etc. Now this piece here, they're the screws for it, and a little packet that came in that toolkit. This piece here holds on the, I don't know what to call this, it's like the junction box for all the filament colours or whatever. Anyway, here where I'm putting it on, first time I put it on like this, I actually put it on upside down, so I will come back to that in a second. Turn it the other way round so that the grey section of it is on the top and protruding from the top. The box itself, if you look at the back, it just clips in. Turn it to the right. Now this part, on other videos I've seen, that just pushes in and that's it, it's in. But on this particular one, it actually has a screw, which I'll show you in a moment, that screws it in. But for the time being, I'm going to take this back off and put it on the correct way. Don't over tighten them screws, by the way, just put them on firm but not over tight. Clip the what I'm going to call the junction box back on. Now here's the power unit that goes from that junction box to the back of the printer. Just plugs in. I don't think it matters what way round it goes, I think they're both the same plugs. That's that done. Now this is a clip holder that comes in the toolkit as well, and that's just to hold that cable that we just put on in place, just to hold it out the way, I suppose. Now the other cable that you can see to the right of my hand, that's kind of looped round, that has got a little clip on it which clips to the 4 filaments that go to the filament head, what the tubes go through. What the filament goes through. Now this is the screw I'm talking about. On other videos, that section there just pushes in for some reason. I don't know why mine's different, but mine has a screw, and that's the screw there. If you can see, sorry about the blaring in and out, trying to get the focus, but that's the screw that holds that in position. I haven't seen that on all the videos I've watched, and I don't know why. Now here is the plate. It has 3 screws in it, 2 to the side and 1 at the back. You have to remove them. On my particular one, the screw heads were coloured in white so that you could see them pretty easily. Just take them out. Okay, now that's done. I'm going to put this head back on. A little bit fiddly, but it goes on no problem. You kind of see, if you look closely, there's 2 holes in the top there, and there's 2 nodules on the top of it. They just go into them first and then push it in at the bottom. Took me a while to figure that out, but that's just me being thick as usual. Now, I'm plugging it in here and turning it on, but if you notice the pieces for the coils to go on, the filament coils, are already in place. Now as I said before, they are numbered, so make sure they go to the right numbers, and all they do is just slide onto the position. Any idiot can do that, so you can, if you look at the back, you'll see how they go on, dead easy. Now as I say, we're powering on here now, and when you start switching it all on, it all takes quite a bit of time, so if nothing's happening for a few seconds, don't worry too much about it, because it does take a little bit of time. There are certain sections that I've speeded up. Now you select your language. In my case it's English, if that's what you want to call it. Some people say I speak a foreign language, but it's English. The Queen's English, not the American English, or I should say Liverpool English. I'm connecting my Wi-Fi. Now it all takes a bit of time, but don't worry about it. The next section, it'll come up with a square to download the app for your phone. I'm going to skip that for the time being. You can always do that later on, but you do need to create an account for it. Now this is where all the calibration takes place, but it takes a while. Okay, now I forgot to turn the camera on for the first two reels I'm putting on, but you can see what I'm doing now. What I do is I cut the first 2 inches off the filament because it's all bent and all that, and then I feed it into the feeder, and eventually the machine will feel it when you're pushing it in, and it'll take it off you and automatically feed in and stop when it's ready. Okay, now that all the reels are fed in, I'm going to edit the reels in the device. Go to the settings, go to the reel option, which is just above the settings. I think I pressed the wrong button there. Now there's the reels. You push on the reel and then you go to the right hand side. There's 3 little buttons on the right hand side there. You want the bottom one, which is edit. I'm still trying to look for it. So you tap that, go to the right, there we go, edit. Now in there you put what type of filament it is, which is PLA in this case, and then the colour. So that's green on that roll. Roll 3, edit, it's PLA again, and the colour on that one is black, I think it is. Is it black or red? I'm having a quick look. Yep, it's black. And as I say, they're numbered, so the machine now knows what colour is on what reel. So when you're printing, it knows which colours to turn on and which colours to turn off, kind of thing, which roll. Now, ignore what I'm... oh, sorry, don't ignore it. What's happening here is... I'm kind of just investigating this little bit here, so just to ignore what I'm doing there. I'm just kind of looking through it. Now here it gives you the option to pick something to print just to test the machine. Everyone always picks out the little boat or whatever you call it. I'm going for the fish, and I'll tell you why everyone picks the little boat in a minute. I've gone for the fish and it's multicoloured. Now is it a fish? Yes, it's a koi. Now what's happening here, if you notice the fish was red and yellow, well I haven't got some of them colours, so I'm taking the colours off the actual files, which is for the fish, and putting the colours I want to go in from the reels I've got. So for instance, the yellow on the fish, I haven't got the yellow, so I'm picking the red. The red on the fish, I'm picking the green or something along them lines. You understand what I'm talking about, I think. Anyway, once you've done that, you edit, press print or whatever, and it's ready to go. Now, I think one of the reasons is most people pick the little boat is because they do it in most videos I've seen, they print it out in one colour, and I can understand why now. What happens is, picking this little fish took 7.5 to 8 hours to print out, and that's because it's multicoloured. Believe it or not, it makes a big difference when you're printing in colour compared to when you're just printing in the one colour. So the little fish took 7.5 hours to print, and I was quite happy with it when it turned out. Like, I'm going to show you that right now. It's coming up shortly. And while we're waiting, it actually has to warm up the filaments and stuff like that, and so it takes a while to actually start, so don't worry about it. And also, it'll print a line or two at either at the back or at the front of the plate before it starts printing the actual thing you want to print. There we go, it's at the back of the plate now, it's just printing the test lines or something like that. and then it'll go into actually printing the item itself. And there's the finished product. Now the little block at the back, that's kind of like the test things it does. I don't know what that is, but it's waste. And that's the little fish itself that it printed. Okay, hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks.